Ted Cruz throwing down the gauntlet after Donald Trump drops out of tomorrow's Republican debate. Cruz issuing this challenge.
We are effectively tied in the state of Iowa. If he's unwilling to stand on the debate stage with the other candidates, then I would like to invite Donald right now to engage in a one-on-one debate with me anytime between now and the Iowa caucuses.
Cruz did not stop there, tweeting out a link to this website calling Trump a ducking Donald with a mock-up of Trump's face on Scrooge McDuck. I've never said those words, Scrooge McDuck, before in a news segment. Here to discuss, Jeffrey Lord, the author of What America Needs, The Case for Trump, and a CNN political commentator and a former Reagan White House political director. And Alice Stewart is a senior communications advisor for Ted Cruz. Great to have both of you with us this morning. Jeffrey, let me start with you. I mean, you face tough questions from us here at CNN every day. Why should Donald Trump shy away from facing tough questions in a debate tomorrow night?
You know, years ago, Roger Ailes wrote a book called You Are the Message, in which he did communicate the idea that everything you, not just what you say, but the way you conduct yourself in synchronization communicates the message of who you are. What Donald Trump is doing here is communicating the message that he's not going to take guff, if you will, from the media. Fox being the stand-in at this moment, but I don't need to tell you guys.
Jeffrey, I mean, Jeffrey, what guff? What guff other than answering tough questions?
Right. I mean, that's the journalistic perception, obviously. But clearly, out there in America, the media, quote unquote, does not have a particularly favorable reputation. So when Donald Trump goes about this, what he's trying to communicate is, along with everybody else in the world, I'm not going to take stuff from people, whether it's the media, whether it's anybody else. I have to say, I am totally at a loss for that sort of snarky statement from Fox. I mean, that wasn't a statement of journalists. That was, pure snark. I was astonished that they put that out.
Huh. Alice, what do you think of Donald Trump skipping this debate tomorrow night?
Well, it's laughable for Jeffrey there to be surprised at snark when we're talking about Donald Trump. I mean, here's a man who calls his toughest challenger nasty. He calls him stupid. Pretty much every name in the book. He is this morning calling Megyn Kelly virtually a bimbo. I mean, this is conduct very unbecoming of a presidential candidate. But here's the real telling truth here is that when the decision was made last night by Donald Trump to say bye-bye to the debate, he said, look, let's see what the ratings are for Fox after this. This isn't about ratings. This is about respect for the process. This is about respect for the people of this country and the people here in Iowa who have been looking forward to this last chance to see the candidates show how they contrast on the issues, show where they stand on these key areas of contrast. They're making their final decisions on this. We are 5 days out from the all-important Iowa caucus, and they were looking forward to this opportunity to have a good contrast with the candidates, and he just took that away. And it's not fair for the people of Iowa. Look, if he's afraid of questions from Megyn Kelly, what's he going to do if he were to become president and he were talking with Vladimir Putin or Kim Jong-un or any of these people that are enemies of this United States? If he's afraid of Megyn Kelly, then he has no business whatsoever being in this process.
Alice, you're making excellent points, of course, but I have to push back and tell you that your candidate, Ted Cruz, has refused to come on our show on New Day. He doesn't make appearances on CNN. What's he afraid of?
Well, he's done CNN before. He's not afraid of tough questions. And speaking of what he's not afraid of, he's certainly not afraid of Donald Trump. And as you said last night, as soon as we got word, we had 2 events last night after Donald decided he wanted to insult the American people and avoid this debate. He challenged them to a one-on-one debate, a Lincoln Douglas-style debate. No moderators. If Donald Trump is afraid of a moderator asking tough questions or being mean to him, let's do a Lincoln Douglas-style debate. Mano a mano, debating the issues. But needless to say, we haven't heard anything about that.
And Alice, can we count on Senator Cruz coming on our show in the next week?
Well, I can tell you right now, Allison, our schedule is jam-packed from here through the caucus. We can certainly look at something down the road, but our schedule, we are jam-packed. Unlike Donald Trump, We have 30 campaign events in Iowa this week. We were done at midnight last night and back again this morning.
Well,
so
our
certainly
offer
love to have
stands,
him
our
on there, but we're out there
invitation
talking, taking our case to the people.
Our invitation stands, and we would love to have him on. Jeffrey, but the point that Alice was making, this is supposed to be about the voters. This is not a reality show. This is not a fight with Roger Ailes. It's supposed to be about something bigger. What is Donald Trump going to do about that?
Well, you know, Allison, I really do think that this is about the media writ large. I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, of all people, that he picks fights with CNN. He picks fights with the New York Times, with the Wall Street Journal. I mean, the point here is what he is communicating to people is that he is not the typical politician. He's not going to follow the typical route. And frankly, that these other guys, can you imagine, for example, Jeb Bush standing up to Fox News? I mean, I don't think so. And that's one of the points he's making, that these other folks wouldn't have the courage to do this kind of thing because they're so standard cookie-cutter politicians.
It just gets more and more interesting. Alice Stewart, Jeffrey Lord, thank you both. We appreciate you both being on here.
Thanks, Al.